Welcome to the Speak and Flow podcast, the Legacy Growth Series. I'm Melinda Lee. When you're leading a company and growth isn't moving as fast or as consistently as it should, then I'm so glad you're here because this series is just for you. Because most organizations don't have a strategy problem, they have a communication alignment problem. At Speak and Flow, we believe that communication isn't just a soft skill. It's also how your company grows. In this series, we're going to talk through what actually drives that growth, how your team aligns around direction, how execution actually happens, how leaders show up when it matters most, and how all of this scales across the organization. So your company just doesn't work harder or rely on you. It moves together. Let's get started. Most of the people on your team don't have a motivation problem. They have a clarity problem. And what's deeper than that is a communication alignment issue. You see, they're busy, calendars are full, and they're working really hard. And yet, if only effort equated to growth, then you'd be thriving. If you're a leader and you are feeling this, you see the bigger picture, you step back and you wonder, why isn't growth happening as it should? It's frustrating because you see your people working hard. Let me make this practical. You sit in a meeting and there's conversations, agreements, and people leave and people take action. 2 weeks later, you come back and the results aren't there, and the conversation happens over again. This happens quite a bit where people come to me, leaders that say, I feel like I'm the only person that understands the full picture. I feel like I need to be in all the decisions. To me, that's not a strategy problem. That's a misalignment problem. And it's costing the company more than leaders understand. Because what's really happening is that most of the people on your team don't actually know where the company is going. They don't know where their role and how their role ties directly to the revenue. They don't know what to focus on. They don't know what to own. And it's not because they're not capable. It's not because you haven't said it before. It's just that sometimes communication gets lost and things are not shared. The understanding is not shared across the board. So then people interpret things. They make up what things matter and they have meetings, discussions, things that could have been done over email. And if you feel this, it's not just you. There are reports that say 50% of employees don't know the company strategy. And even less than that, they don't understand how their role directly contributes to revenue. And so they stay busy. There's movement, there's motion, they're doing things, and yet not always what they're doing is tied to the growth of the company. And then what happens is this is costing you. There's delayed decisions, duplicate work, leaders that are doing things that are not contributing and moving the forward with the company. They're not doing things that are tied to the growth of the company. And so you have lost opportunities, slowed opportunities. And what leaders also underestimate is that aligned teams are 58% faster. They're 72% more profitable. So what this also means is that misalignment is costing you. Slowed, there's delay, there's
rework, there's conversations that are not clear, missed opportunities. It's costing you. And what hurts the most, and what I see hurts the most for my clients, is that it's costing their best people. Because it's not your best people that are burned out because of hard work. They're not afraid of that. They're actually burned out because they're working really hard and it's not moving fast enough. So people are moving, but they're all going in different directions. So imagine this, that your leaders understand what truly matters. Your leaders are focused. Your leaders know how their role contributes to the revenue, how their role, what to do, what is the focus, their impact, what to own, what they're accountable for, and how they can directly drive the growth of the company. And not only do they know it, they speak it, they communicate it consistently, not just at the offsites, not just at the meetings, but they embody it and it is transferred. And so when they make decisions, they communicate clearly. There's momentum, shifts start to happen. Not because they're doing more and working harder, but because they truly know what is important to the company. And if there's anything that I want you to take away from this episode, it's this one question. I'd like for you to ask your leadership team, and bonus points if the entire organization can answer this question. Can you clearly explain how your role drives the revenue of the company? Pause after you ask the question and listen. And that space between how much time it takes for them to answer is what is slowing down the growth of your company. So remember, it's not about working harder alone. It's about communicating what matters clearly, consistently, and with intention. And when you can do that, the people remember it, they embody it, they speak it because they get it. They finally get it. And that is what is possible. And so once you're clear with that, then guess what? Sometimes there's a new problem, and that's execution. And so you might be thinking, okay, wait, we just talked about this. For the last, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, we've been talking about what is clear, what people are held accountable for, and how come the results are not here? Well, this question between clarity and the results is exactly what we'll be answering in our next episode. So I hope you join me for in the next episode in the series, which is called Why Strategies Fail Without an Accountability System. I hope to see you then. Until next time, speak with clarity, confidence, and intention. Take care.
Strong organizations just don't work harder. They move together with clarity and purpose. When your leaders align around vision and revenue, they communicate with credibility, they create an accountability system for execution, and build a culture where this communication is consistent, something powerful happens. Momentum builds. Not because your leaders are trying harder, but because everyone understands how to move in the same direction. It's a beautiful thing. And that is what the legacy growth system is designed to do. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's purposeful, it's intentional. And if you're curious how your organization currently operates, I've created a reflective diagnostic tool. It will help you see so much more clearly of what is happening inside. It's called the Communication Dynamic Profile, and it reveals how your organization moves from vision to execution and how the alignment flows and where it may be breaking down. You can access it in the show notes. Thank you so much for listening to the Speak and Flow podcast, the Legacy Growth Series. Until next time, keep speaking with clarity, confidence, and flow.